Hello, everyone. Today I am starting my rebuild of the New Orleans Saints on Madden 25. If you look over at 2024 NFL rankings, they were not great. They could not find any success. They were not a good team. The reason I chose the New Orleans Saints was mainly for the reason that they are old and not doing too hot in, the rebuild department. They have Chris Olave, who I really like, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Kool-Aid McKinstry, I really wish the Packers would have drafted him, but it's whatever. Our coach's name will be Jiggs McGill. He's going to be an absolute menace. He's going to be the best head coach the Saints have ever seen. And of course, it's not going to be Sean Payton. I'll win them more than one Super Bowl. Retirements is going to be an important thing to us. There is a chance we lost half of our defense here. We lose Demario Davis and we lose Zach Wood. Okay. I was more concerned about Cameron Jordan than Zach Wood, but okay. Anyways, we're going to head to re-signing players. I want to talk here about Paulson Adebo. He is asking for a decent amount of money. He's currently injured, and in real life, Paulson Adebo did not re-sign. I'm going to take a realistic approach and let Paulson Adebo walk. Chase Young did re-sign in real life, but I will try to offer him a solid contract here to try to get him to stay. I've struggled to get him to stay in most of the rebuilds, and he will be testing free agency. Raheed Shaheed is on the older side. He's only going to develop into an 82 to 83 overall receiver for us. I would like to bring him back. He's asking for a lot of money that we do not have. So unfortunately, Raheed Shaheed is out. Alvin Kamara is an 80 overall star development. He is probably not going to be our running back next year. He's asking for a solid amount of money, and I am not comfortable with the 2-year deal for Alvin Kamara. I can give him a 1-year, $6 million contract. He won't take it. I'm just sure that this running back free agency class is better than having Alvin Kamara, who is aging and regressing every season. Peyton Turner, who I think will be a good fit here. Cameron Jordan is still here. I'm probably going to release Cameron Jordan. But Peyton Turner, I would like to have back. He is pretty expensive. I would give him a 2-year deal. Kind of, let's see how far you can get in those 2 years. If you can't, we'll replace you. And he will resign. So our first resigning of the rebuild is Peyton Turner. There was a lot of other names in this free agency class for us. But the main thing is giving Chris Olave this 5th-year option. We are not going to do that. We barely have enough money as is. 57 mil is not a lot to be spending in free agency, and we need a pretty good free agency class if we're going to turn this team around. So unfortunately, we're going to have to not accept this and just have to suck it up and pay him next year. We're going to take a chance on a guy like Antonio Gibson. Never really got a fair shot in the NFL. Had a pretty good career with Washington football team before his fumbles took over. I would give him a 2-year deal to kind of just be our guy, hold the position in place, and then we'll draft a guy later in the draft. Wide receiver 2 was a need for us after Raheed Shaheed left. Tutu Atwell is the only one who actually really wants to be a New Orleans Saint. I can give him a 3-year, $15 million contract, and he will play beside Chris Olave. Isaiah Wynn can fill in at the left guard position. We struggle there. A 1-year, $5 million deal. I think this is a great deal, and he'll be a great Band-Aid for at least this year. And the corner position has been decimated here in New Orleans after the loss of Paulson Adebo and Marshawn Lattimore. Eric Stokes on a 1-year, 1-year, $4 million deal to come in here and prove that he can be as good as he was when he was a rookie. Last but not least, Jeremy Chin will be the last person we target for this period. Jordan Howden just not going to do it for us, not going to cut it. Jeremy Chin, 3-year, $22.5 million deal. He's pretty expensive for a mediocre player, but Antonio Gibson is the only person who signs out of the 5 in the first act. Tutu Atwell only getting targeted by the Seahawks. Isaiah Wynn still by himself, and Eric Stokes should sign soon. Bronco legend Justin Simmons has gone unbothered, and nobody's interested in him. So we will be offering him. It would be nice to get an upgrade over Tyrann Mathieu over on that other side. 1-year, $8 million deal for Justin Simmons. In case we cannot find a quarterback in this year's draft, Mac Jones has not gotten any recognition, and we will sign him to a 2-year, $12 million contract. Hopefully, he can join the team. Signing this time, Justin Simmons accepts the contract, and Eric Stokes will join this team. So we're buffing up the secondary. Love to see it. I would like to help Brian Brzee in the middle. We'll bring in DJ Jones to kind of help him get into that position. We will give him a 1-year, $8 million contract. To fill in for the retired Demario Davis, we will be grabbing bandage Eric Kendricks on a 1-year, $5 million deal. DJ Jones will sign. Tutu Atwell will sign. The rest, not yet decided. The Bears are pursuing Isaiah Wynn a decent amount. We will restructure this then. So we will find out about these 3 guys next week. Free agency recap. Khalil Mack goes to the Buccaneers. Bobby Wagner goes to the Buccaneers as well. Jeremy Chin decided to sign with the Bengals, so I'm glad we got Justin Simmons instead. DeAndre Hopkins signs with the Bucks. Falcons re-sign Grady Jarrett. Cole Holcomb joins the Bucks. Panthers signed David Onyemata. And last but not least, the Bucks signed Terrell Dodson. How many linebackers do they need? This is their 3rd middle linebacker signing, and then they brought in Khalil Mack. This is ridiculous. Anyways, my signings are Justin Simmons, Eric Kendricks, Antonio Gibson, DJ Jones, Tutu Atwell, Isaiah Wynn, Eric Stokes, and Mac Jones. So this is our free agency class. I'm excited for all these guys to get in uniform and get practicing. I'm excited, man. Before we head into the draft, let's look at team needs. Quarterback could be a need. I think Mac Jones can hold it down for now in case we don't get a guy this year, maybe next year. But I think we'll be pretty good. Could use a wide receiver 3. Cedric Wilson's just not going to cut it, and he might honestly get cut right now. Defensively, linebacking group needs some serious work. Tyrann Mathieu can go play strong safety. Sure, why not? So safety is a need. Cameron Jordan, he's 36 years old, 76 overall. We could release him and get $5 million back, but just for the Saints fans, we'll keep him. We'll see if he can be useful. Anyways, corner, safety, and linebacker, maybe an edge could be where we go. Wide receiver and tight end. Here we are at pick 9, and I see a couple quarterbacks in here that don't impress me, like Daniel Moyer or Stephen Overton or Isaiah Holt. But there is a quarterback down here named Cam Spears, and then there's a quarterback, Nick Jones, who is a scrambler. I like myself some scrambler quarterbacks. He does look pretty damn good. Ran a 4.51. C injury. Terrence Matthews, hopefully the replacement for Tyrann Mathieu. He looks really solid. 22 years old, 6'2", 204. Elite jumping. He could end up playing middle linebacker if we end up needing him to. He looks like a great guy. He's got B finesse moves. A tackle, B man, B zone. I mean, what can you not like about this guy? Terrence Mathieu, welcome to the Saints. And he is number 3 in the draft class. We took him at number 9. He's fast. He's good at jumping. His change of direction's really slow. I'm kind of worried about that, but he's got to have a weakness, right? He's a little weak. I think he will be an absolute bomb of a pick in the next 5 years when he is a 99 overall. TJ Small, anything but small. He's 6'4", 229 on a LSU. We don't have a big body wide receiver. Chris Olave, great route runner. Tutu Atwell, don't know what to call him. I don't really know what he's good at. But we could use a big body guy. TJ Small, not the most impressive looking guy, but this guy can jump high, and we need somebody who can catch some jump balls. So TJ Small, you are a saint. Not the best pick. Does have hidden development. Probably going to be 74 overall. 75 maybe. Here we are with our first pick of the 3rd round. Chris Edwards, middle linebacker. He's 22, 6'2", 240 on a Clemson. He ran a 4.53. He has elite speed. He's a great athlete. And he leaves things to be desired in other areas. But if this guy can develop, he will be a great user, and he'll be a great linebacker. And he is number 85. We took him at 73. Not terrible. 90 speed for an inside linebacker. He's going to be fast, and he's going to be everywhere. He'll pair well with Eric Kendricks. Later in this draft, we will take Jeff Allen, inside linebacker yet again, 6'2", 240 on a Tennessee. He's 21 years old. Looks like a solid player. A's everywhere. He's injury prone, or he's not injury prone, I mean. So having him play all 17 games of the season will matter. So Jeff Allen, you are now a Saint. Took him at 93. He is the 33rd best player of the draft. He has hidden development, 89 speed. So our linebacking core has been revamped. Tampa Bay, you're not the only team who got a good pair of linebackers now. Later here in round 4, we will take Ken Clements, 6'4", 267, 22-year-old tight end on a Michigan. Has elite strength. You love to see it. He looks like a well-packaged guy. Not the best route runner, but we do have Taysom Hill, so Ken Clements could develop behind him. We'll see what he is. Number 116, we took him at 105. He's got hidden development, and he will be solid for us. Here at the end of the 4th round, we will take Terrence Brown, power back out of Oklahoma State. He was 119. He just needed a power back on the team. We didn't have one, so now we do. To start the 6th round, we will take Mateo Amaya. Hopefully he can be a solid rock, and he was terrible. Terrible pick here. And to end the draft for us, we will take wide receiver Paul Townsend out of San Diego State, 5'10", 193. Probably not going to need to know a lot about this guy. He's probably not going to play much. He is 183. We took him at 189. Normal development, yeah, irrelevant. Our first round pick, Terrence Matthews, was a success. 80 overall, hidden development, strong safety. He's going to play a big role for us. I don't have to start Tyrann Mathieu now. They're the same overall. Thank goodness. I'm excited to see him play. He's a day 1 starter from Oklahoma, so he's mixed about leaving unless Kansas City or a Texas team takes him away from me. Please don't. He is a little injury prone. I hate to see that because I deal with a lot of injuries here in Madden. But overall, he looks like a very, very good player, and I'm excited to have him on my team. Wide receiver TJ Small, second round pick, is a 73 overall physical wide receiver with hidden development. He looks solid. He's got 90 speed for a, you know, jump ball receiver. And he's got, where's his jumping? 93 jumping. And he tags. He is a day one starter as well. So I don't know if he'll start over Tutu Atwell. Maybe Tutu can be our slot guy. But TJ Small is definitely going to be on the field. Middle linebacker Chris Edwards is a 71 overall field general. He's got 90 speed. He's going to be a pretty good project player. I may move him to the outside. He's got good run stuffing. And to complement the other pick, Jeff Allen, 74 overall hidden development linebacker. I don't know who I'm going to have on the inside and who I'm not going to have on the inside. I think Jeff Allen should be our day one starter. Move him to the outside because overall he's just better on the edge too in case we need him to rush. Great pick. Ken Clements is a 69 overall hidden development tight end. He won't be starting, but he'll get some playing time for sure. And last but not least, the only other player who could see some playing time is Terrence Brown, the power back. Is pretty slow, but he is secure. He will get some goal line touches, and hopefully he can develop into a good power rusher. Buccaneers, for their first round pick, takes Byron Gresham, a 75 overall hidden development 23-year-old rookie corner. He looks pretty solid. We're going to have to watch out for him. Obviously, that defense is going to be crazy with the amount of pieces they've put on there. I mean, I'm scared to face them already. We can look at the rest of their draft class now. In the second round, they get a bust. They take Alex Villa. They get themselves a nice tight end and a left end, maybe, and then wide receiver Cole Swede, who I passed up on. I thought he was going to have hidden development. I was going to cry. Panthers follow the trend of the NFC South, taking DBs in the first round, and they take Armon Pierce, a 79 overall rookie corner with hidden development. He is 23 years old, out of Temple. Where's 21? Just watch out for this guy, because him and J.C. Horn are probably going to lock Mac Jones up hard. For the rest of their draft class, they got a few gems here and there. Maybe Henry Hutton will end up being good. Quintarius Banfield might be good, but other than that, I'm not really worried about any of those guys. And last but not least, the Falcons take Sheldon Patterson, a left tackle in the first round out of Georgia. 74 overall hidden development rookie. We're already struggling on pass rushers, so them getting a left tackle is great for them and terrible for us. To look at the rest of their draft class, they take a safety in the second round, 75 overall, James Clifford. Jamarcus Bryan, a 75 overall wide receiver in the third round, and then a bunch of nobodies after that. To finish off our off-season, we will sign a couple of free agents who have slipped. We're taking Allen Robinson for the sole purpose of him mentoring up our younger guys. That will give them more XP and make them happier to be here. To help out our special teams room, we will take Riley Dixon. He should be better than Hayball. Last but not least, to give our running back room some veteran presence and a little more variety, we will be taking Austin Eckler, the bald king himself. He's great at catching. I need a running back who can go out of the backfield and catch a couple passes because we're going to be running like hell with Mac Jones. So Austin Eckler will be our final signing of this free agency. We will do a final rundown on the roster. Derek Carr is currently our starter, but Mac Jones will most definitely take over. Antonio Gibson will be the main back in this offense. He is a 77 overall, which is the highest, and his nickname is AG33. Wide receiver 1 obviously is going to be Chris Olave. Wide receiver 2 will be rookie TJ Small out of LSU. Hopefully his big body can catch some better passes than Tutu Atwell can. And in our wide receiver 3/slot, we have Tutu Atwell wearing number 5, if you want to remember him. I doubt you will. Starting at tight end will be Foster Moreau with Taysom Hill. Key starters on this defense will consist of Eric Stokes as CB1, Kool-Aid McKinstry as CB2, rookie safety Terrence Matthews at the strong safety position, another rookie standout, Jeff Allen, playing at left outside linebacker. Right outside linebacker is Pete Werner. Starting as of preseason week 1, Eric Kendricks will be up the middle. Don't count out the rookie, though, of stealing that job. Last but not least, we have Justin Simmons, the free agent signing. He will have to hold down that free safety position. Next episode, we will have training camp, and we will do a preseason recap. I will not be playing the games, but I will be releasing the players who I think will not do anything for the team. And then we will also include week 1 onto that. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Come back for more, and be ready for week 1 coming soon. Thank you, and good night.